Hello everyone. Good evening. Can you hear my voice? Hello everyone. Good evening. Can you hear my voice? Hello everyone. Mm, Hello. Hello. Why there's so Hi everyone. Can you hear me? Um, now I'd like to share my screen and start my presentation. Okay. Okay. So I will start at this moment. Hi everyone, can you hear me? Could you give me any response? Okay. And good evening, everyone. And today we're going to talk about how to effectively use the after sales management feature. Actually, we'll focus on users from Shopee and TikTok platforms, so everyone here can benefit from the session. Um, all right. Actually, no matter if you are working on Shopee or TikTok, you can manage all of your after sales orders directly from the after sales orders page. Before we get started, just to clarify, the previous before signing and after signing pages are still there. They're still available, but we would like to recommend you and guide you on how to streamline everything through the new after sales order page. Now let's get started and explore the features together. First of all, I would like to introduce the background of our optimization. That is, according to some users, they told me they don't really care about the differences between whether the package or returned before signing or after signing. Their main goal is to process after sales orders. And before our optimization this time, some orders may simultaneously come to, for example, canceled orders and before signing pages. So which might confuse some users. So that's why we have we have done the optimization and restructured the after sales manage feature. And we have merged before signing and after signing pages into a very single page after sales orders in order to streamline the process. And additionally, we have introduced a separate stocking returns page to help you enhance your warehouse management. So first of all, I would like to introduce these two pages. The first one after sales order. This page is mainly targeted to like operation and after sales staff. On this page, you're able to deal with return and refund or refund only orders from two platforms, Shopee and TikTok Shop. And here, you will be able to respond to buyer's request. You can like check the return status of the packages, and you'll be able to reprint SKU labels and airway bills if needed. And the second page is stocking returns. Actually, this page is for warehouse staff. Packages that are pending returning or already returned will show up here automatically. So once the packages arrive at your warehouse, you can easily stock them in from this page. And actually, currently this feature only supports Shopee and TikTok, but we plan to expand after sales management to Lazada in near future. If you would like to process Lazada return and refund orders, you need to go back to the previous before signing and after signing pages at the current stage. First of all, I would like to show how to process after Shopee after sales order. The first step is you need to go to after sales order and select Shopee here. Select this one. And for Shopee, there are three after sales tab, return and refund. The second one is refund only, and there is also an abnormal return. What is abnormal return? Well, actually, this usually happens, for example, when the buyer didn't apply for a return or refund. So there was no request, but the order is still on its way back to your warehouse. Maybe because the buyer refused to sign, or the buyer couldn't be reached, or the platform recalled it, or there were issues with the delivery. So you can also use the filters to identify orders based on their specific return status here. The first one to return, and this means the buyer and seller have agreed on a return and refund solution, and the buyer will send the package back to the warehouse. And the second one, returning, this means the package is currently on its way back to seller's warehouse. And return means the package has successfully arrived at the seller's warehouse. And you can also quickly filter the missing parcel by clicking this lost. And there's actually all other tabs except for the above mentioned will be categorized under other. Yeah, this option includes, for example, refund only orders that are that no need to return, and the second return refund request still under negotiation or under judging or other special cases. Can I confirm if you can hear my voice? Okay. Thank you. So I will keep going. Mm, So, first of all, if you want to process Shopee after sales order, you select the after sales tab. You must select one of the after sales. Now, let's select return and refund. For example, if you select the after sales tab, you will find several different after sales status here. Which includes requested, future processing, charging, refund accepted, has closed, and has cancelled here. And for return and refund, Shopee will actually automatically approve buyer's request. So the order won't show up in requested list. It will go straight to the second list, return processing. So return processing is the starting point for return and refund orders. Okay, so if you click return processing, you will go to the page and find the request, the return request made by the buyer. And on this page, you need to confirm the packages are well received by the warehouse, and you need to ensure the returned items or in good condition. Yes, so there are three options. Sorry, wait a minute. Okay. Okay, now I'll continue. On this page, you have three options. You can decide buyer's proposal, and you can initiate a dispute with the platform Shopee. And you can also offer your own proposal to the buyer. So you need to first of all confirm the packages are well received by the warehouse. If you have no objection to buyer return package, you can simply accept buyer's proposal here, and the orders will move to accepted list after you click confirm. It will move to refund accepted, and this means a refund will be made to the buyer. If you don't agree with buyer's request, you can send a counter proposal by clicking here, this one. So if you click proposal, you will have two counter proposals opportunities for each refund negotiation. So you can find the remaining times here. For example, if you don't want to issue a full refund to the buyer, you can propose a partial refund. Select one of your solutions. Okay. And you can also initiate a dispute here. For example, if the received items were damaged or have some issues, or there is still no agreement made after the counter proposals, you can escalate the case to Shopee by initiating a dispute. If you click dispute, the orders will then move to judging list. Okay. Sorry. Actually, this is a test account, so I cannot show you how to initiate the dispute. Sorry, can I? Actually, if you want to initiate a dispute, you need to upload the evidence. So you should be make sure to provide a very detailed proof, like giving your airway views or manifest or images about the parcel, as well as a very solid reason, as this is very necessary for the platform to accept the request. Otherwise, the platform may simply reject it. Um, okay. And also, if you initiate a dispute, there are two kinds of results for a dispute. If seller wins, Shopee will close the case. If seller wins, Shopee will close the case and the order will move to request closed. The second result is if buyer wins, the order will move to refund accepted. So if the order moved to refund accepted, it might be accepted by Shopee or accepted by sellers themselves. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. Mm, so how can I remove this? Okay. Okay. And you should be also aware of the time here, the deadline. Yeah, the time limit, if the time limit is exceeded, the platform will automatically approve the request. So it is very important to keep an eye on the countdown of after sales order. And for Shopee, the second after sales tab is refund only. So you need to click here at the very beginning in order to process refund only orders. When the refund only requests are submitted by the buyers, the orders will move to the first page requested. It will move to requested list. And you need to handle requests here. So you can also accept buyer's proposal or offer your own proposal, and and you can also dispute in some occasions. And on the second page, return processing, actually the refund only orders might also appear in return processing. Uh, for example, when the buyer requests a refund while the parcel is in transit, while the parcel is on the way, and the package ends up being returned to seller warehouse. So that kind of refund only orders will appear under return processing. And in these two lists, requested and return processing, you can assign buyer's proposal, you can offer your own proposal, and you can dispute as well, initiate a dispute to Shopee. And once the final decision is made, for example, if you dispute with Shopee, no further disputes can be initiated. Also, there are two kinds of results if you initiate a dispute with Shopee. If seller wins, the Shopee will close the case and the order will move to request closed. And if buyers win, the orders will move to accepted, refund accepted, and a refund will be made to the buyers. And for request canceled, if the request is canceled by buyer, the orders will go to request canceled. And finally, for abnormal return, this one, How can we handle a situation where the buyer has not received the package, but the package is being returned? So you can go to abnormal return, click this. And here you cannot perform the actions like accept buyer's proposal or proposal or dispute, but you can I think you need to check the current status of the packages, the return status, and also you need to see where is it in the logistic progress. You can track this number and check the logistic progress here. And meanwhile, for abnormal return, you need to reach out to buyer to confirm if they still need a package, and if so, you can like offer to reship the item or something like this. So this is abnormal return, and you can also reprint shipping label here or add notes for after sales. So basically, this is how Shopee after sales order work. Now let's take a look at the TikTok after sales order. For TikTok, there are 4 after sales tab. Here, you need to select TikTok first. It has 4 tabs of after sales: return and refund, refund only, and there's an exchange, and finally abnormal return. Actually, exchange is currently only supported by Indonesia. It's not supported by other sites. So let's start by selecting return and refund and going to pending request list. So all of the after sales orders, once they have been requested by the buyer, they will move to pending request. So this is the starting point for TikTok platform. So you need to go to pending request, and you will have 3 options for return and refund orders. Also, if you do not respond within a given time, the platform will automatically approve buyer's request and refund to buyers. So you should also check the time and process them within the time limit. So on this page, if you go for the first option, select accept return, the order will move to awaiting buyer's shipment. So if you click confirm, the orders will go to awaiting buyer's shipment. And after the buyer ships the return, it will update to shipped by buyer. So it will move to this list. So on this page, once the buyer shipped the return, when you receive the item, you can check the delivery, or you can filter the warehouse arrival time here. You can also find the delivery time. Yes, and if if you check the return item and everything is okay, like there's no damaged items, you can click here to confirm receiving. But if you click confirm receiving, the platform will process the refund and the order will move to refunded. So this is the final stage. If you accept buyer's request and also confirm receiving, it will go to refunded. If there's any issue with the return, you can also click refuse reception, and the orders will move to reception rejected, will move to this list. For such a situation, if the buyer does not dispute within a given time, the orders will automatically move to request closed in the end. So it means the platform will close the case and will move to request closed. But you should be remember if you don't respond in time, will be automatically accepted by TikTok as well. Okay, and let's go back to pending requests. For the second option, if you click refuse return, the orders will go to rejected. Of course, if you refuse return, you need to provide a reason why you rejected. If you turn down the request and the buyer does not start a dispute within a given time, the platform will close the case and it will move to request closed. And also, if buyers themselves cancel the request, it will move to it will also move to request closed. So request closed is the final stage in such a situation. So the orders are either canceled by the buyer or closed by the platform if there's no further disputes with the decision. So finally, here is a partial refund option. What is partial refund? For example, if you do not agree with the buyer's request and you want to propose a partial refund, you can click here to input the refund value. And if you input the value and confirm, the orders will go to awaiting buyer's response. Once the buyers agree, the orders will go to refunded. And if the buyer has some disagreements regarding your decision, such as the buyer does not accept your return and refund proposal, and you need to involve the platform for judgment for this scenario, you will need to handle it through TikTok Seller Center. Actually, you can initiate a dispute with the platform in TikTok Seller Center, but currently, as our API does not support this, you cannot do this directly in bSeller. Now, let's go over how to handle refund only request. First, you need to select refund only, and the request will show up here in pending request. For refund only, on this page, you can also accept refund, you can refuse it, or offer partial refund. If you click accept refund, the refund will be processed right away and orders will move to refund it. If you click confirm, it will go directly to refunded page. Or if you click refuse refund, the orders will go to rejected here. If the buyer disagrees, the buyers can also start a dispute, but you need to handle in Seller Center. If the buyer does not dispute within a given time, the orders will finally go to request closed. Okay, let's go back to pending request. And if you click partial refund, you can offer like a partial refund to the buyer. And yes, and the orders will go to awaiting buyer's response. If the buyer agrees, the orders will move to refund it. But if the buyer disagrees, that kind of dispute must be also handled in TikTok seller center. So that is the process for dealing with TikTok after sales order. Yeah, I know it might be a little bit tricky to figure out which list the orders will move in after each action, but I think you don't need to worry too much about it. When you are actually working with the page, I think the status plus the actions buttons will get you through. It's actually very easy once you have tried it. And also, I would like to introduce some of the available actions you can take on the page. The first one is you can remove the order. You can select the order and click it. So uh, once you have removed the order, the orders will disappear from the page, and you can click confirm to remove the orders. And if you remove the orders, you cannot do any further actions with the after sales order. And you can also add notes for after sales. This is used to, for example, you can write some follow-up records when handling those after-sales orders for the other staff to review. And you can reprint shipping label. This is very important because this is used as a proof of shipment, and you can use it to dispute with the platform or dealing with that kind of argument using the airway bills. And finally, you can click order details to take a look at the product information and the buyer information. And also you can add the buyer to the blacklist here, clicking this button. And also if you have installed the chatting software, um, the chatting software Docker, you can use it to send a message to the buyer. And also here are some information about after sales information like the shipping logistic status and the tracking number. And also you can find the order and the forward order status and the after sales status and the return status as well. Okay. And once you have agreed with the buyer and received the returned item, the next step is that you can go ahead and stock the returned SKU in your receiving warehouse. So you need to go to the stocking and return page to stock in the packages to your warehouse. First of all, you can it supports two platforms, Shopee and TikTok. And you can select the return status as to return, returning, returned, or you can also filter the lost package here. And also our system will track the logistic to help you manage the returned items as soon as they have arrived at your warehouse. So how can we stock the items into your warehouse? Okay, and if you have set a default return warehouse, and the returns will be sent there. If not, the returns will go back to the original shipping warehouse. So once the items, those orders and packages have arrived at your warehouse, you can click here to stock in for the single orders like this. And you need to check the SKU quantity as well as the uh, SKU mapping information, and also you can change you can modify the quantity here. For example, if you don't want to stock in this SKU, you can input as 0, and also you can switch the receiving warehouse. And you can also select those options, the stocking all or not stocking for all. And after you click confirm, it will be successfully stocked into your warehouse. And you can also select multiple orders and click batch stocking for returns. Here, this button to bulk stocking for many orders. And if you have a scanner connected to your computer, you can use scan to stocking here, this one. And you need to scan the tracking number on the package and select the receiving warehouse. And this is basically the same with manual stocking. So if your warehouse has a scanner, you can just quickly scan to stocking. And you can also do it manually here or batch stocking. And on this page, you can also remove after sales orders from the list or print SKU label. For example, if you want to print the label and attach it to the returned SKU, you can click here to return to print the label here. And you can also reprint shipping label or add notes for stocking here. Actually, everyone can add additional information to the note. So this is very convenient for colleagues to refer to the previous information. And lastly, I would like to talk about how to scan returns using BigSeller app. I would like to mention that this feature is now available in the stocking return section of the BigSeller app. So you can, if you have installed BigSeller app to your mobile phone or to your PDA, you can go to stocking returns page and use it to scan the returned parcel for return processing. And after that, you can quickly stock the SKUs into your warehouse. So this is all information about this new feature. And do you have any questions? So, I will look at the message. Okay, 退货处理 So I will answer the first question, what is not stocking for all? If your item is broken or damaged, you can decide to not stock in the items. Like, sorry, choose it. For example, now I will stock in this item, and there are two options here, stocking and not stocking for all. If you select not stocking for all, the stocking quantity will be 0. Or if the orders here do not need to process stocking, you can also choose this option. So if you click this, the stocking quantity will be 0. Which is abnormal return. Okay. Mm, yes, this one. So we'll go to after sales orders page. Well, if the orders are in abnormal return section, this usually happens, for example, when the buyer did not apply for return or refund only. So the buyer has not made any request, but the orders is on its way back to your warehouse. Um, there are several reasons. The first one is the buyers refuse to sign the item, so the items go back to your warehouse. And the second situation is that maybe the buyers cannot be reached and contact, so the parcels go back to the warehouse. Or sometimes it might be that the platform themselves recorded, or there are some logistic issues that the packages going back to the shipping warehouse. So for abnormal return, you cannot accept buyer's proposal. You cannot offer proposal. You can only like reprint shipping label or check the information here. And any other question? Um,退货处理这里，觉得你还有什么不懂的地方吗？Um, Hello guys, any questions? If there's no question, I will end the meeting at this moment. So just feel free to ask anything about the new features here. Okay, and thank you so much for joining us today. What is the difference if I stock in at before signing? Well, actually, there is no such difference at the moment, but later we will move the entire after sales function to after sales order and stocking return. So there will be only 2 pages in the future. Now you can still do it on before signing page. The difference here is um, for stocking and return page, it involves orders both before signing and after signing, and you can quickly do it for both types of orders. And there are more actions you can take. Like you can filter um, the those details to help you more efficiently manage your warehouse. Mm. How to stock in so the same quantity appears at different platform. Same quantity. Yes, you can still use before signing page, but we just recommend you to try the new feature because actually there were some issues about the previous features. As I mentioned, some orders may simultaneously appear in before signing and cancelled order page, which might cause a lot of confusions for sellers. So now I think the new feature here is more clarified and it's easier for you to deal with all types of orders from those two platforms. And we will support Lazada by the end of the month, probably. Um, from for scan for stocking, is it referring to return ID or tracking number? Oh, okay. I will open this page. You can scan tracking number or return ID or return number. All of them will be okay. Well, if you want to learn how to um, stock in step by step, you can go to this page on your bestseller and on the bottom left corner, and there is a link for our help article, so you can refer to the article. This is a test account, so there isn't the link here. So if you want to learn more about these features and do it step by step, you can follow our tutorial here. And you can also search the keywords on the help center. For example, um, you can search after sales manage and there will be the article that get you to do it. And you can also check the relevant articles for Shopee and TikTok, their process to deal with after sales orders. And any other questions? Yes, if you assign buyer's proposal, it will be automatically um, refunded to the buyer. So you need to check whether the packages are in good condition before selecting this option. Uh, yes, you can decide buyer's proposal before the package has returned to your warehouse, but um, I just suggest you accept buyer's proposal after you receive the item. Yes, if you have completed the return refund orders and process stock in, the items will be added back to your inventory. But you must scan to stock in or manually stock in. And if you want to check the stock movement records, you can also check the records here by going to inventory and go to stock movement records. Yes, you can find the status of the items. For the first method, you can filter the return status here, and you can also find the details about the order status, the after sales status here, and also the after sales application time. Um,
我们要下班之前录个音。你看你是要放声音。
um, including the second or yes, this kind of situation will appear on abnormal return. So you can select this option. This means the buyer has not made a request, or buyers uh, refuse to sign, and the items are going back to your warehouse. So this kind of orders will appear under abnormal return. This is also included in after sales orders. Yes, of course. I will record. I have recorded the meeting, and I will share this meeting to um, the announcement section of the homepage, but it didn't show on abnormal return. Sorry. Well, I think your question is if the orders are not already received by the buyers, at that time the buyer made a return or refund only request. Will this kind of orders appear on after sales orders page? Well, yes. Actually, you can also check the this one is the forward order status. Um, like this. You can also find it in the corresponding pages, but you need to select the after sales tab and also check the return status. If the buyer has requested after sales, you can find all of the orders from this different status and different tabs. So um, this is a so you can this feature is very flexible, and you can choose the options based on your requirement.